Hello everyone, this is going to be a detailed video about Beppi Glitch. This trick makes Beppi freeze in his second phase transformation until the end of the fight, saving about 20 seconds worth of phase transitions. The glitch is possible on both the Legacy 1.0 version and on the current patch, which right now is 1.1.4. For the purposes of this video, I'm only going to cover the Legacy version, as the technique required to get it on current patch is completely different. And with that being said, let's get started. So the way this glitch works is, by dealing enough damage within phase 1 to start the third phase before the second one has even a chance to begin, smoke will appear on screen indicating that the glitch has occurred, and once phase 2 begins, he'll be stuck in that phase until his HP drops to 0. While the theory is pretty simple, there are a few things to pay attention to in order to eliminate the randomness in Beppi's phase 1 attack patterns. The number of car bumps Beppi is going to do before initiating a dash is variable, so you want to keep that in mind when dealing damage, as the attack pattern you get is going to influence the way the fight has to be played in order to execute the glitch. I'll be referring to the amount of times Beppi moves around before dashing as an attack cycle, so keep that in mind as I'll use this term a few times. First of all, you want to be careful not one-cycling. If you deal too much damage right off the bat, Beppi will jump off his cart after just one dash and the fight will continue as normal, making it impossible to activate the glitch. The way you can tell how much damage you've dealt is by looking at the super meter in the bottom left corner. Avoid using the axis on the first cycle, and when you reach about 1.5 supercards, stop shooting until Beppi has completed his dash. Now start shooting again. Minimize turning around as much as possible and even take one hit if needed. If you've dealt enough damage, smoke should appear at the top of the screen, and once phase 2 begins, Beppi should remain frozen. During the phase transition, you can go to the left and shoot a hidden hitbox with the roundabout in the meantime. The lobber can't connect with it, but lobber axis can, and they'll in fact deal double the normal amount of damage due to a separate glitch where hitting the ground next to a hitbox with a lobber axe will register as a hit 2 times. The glitched phase that follows is a little bit tricky to go through. If you're down to 1 HP, I recommend you to play it safe as long as you're on the roller coaster and destroy the balloons if needed. If not, you can decide to take some hits instead if you're comfortable in doing so. That is how the glitch works, but there are a few final things I want to mention before closing off this video. First off, when dealing damage during the second cycle, there is such a thing as being too quick to perform the glitch. Generally speaking, it's a bad idea to activate it before Beppi even initiates his dash. If that's done, when the glitched phase begins, there's a high chance the balloon that you have to hit will be high up and harder or even impossible to hit. We don't know for sure why that happens, but the most common theory is that this phase transition animation starts playing in the background and freezes as soon as Beppi jumps off his cart, meaning that if activated early enough, it can lead to the balloon being higher than normal. To avoid this from happening, if you think you're about to get the glitch and Beppi still hasn't initiated a dash, either stop shooting or face backwards so that you delay the finishing blow a bit. Second, if you're pretty comfortable with getting the glitch, try getting it with as few axes as possible. This way you can save them for the hidden hitbox to the left and deal double damage with lobber axes. Third, dealing the required amount of damage on the hidden hitbox after Beppi jumps off the cart at the end of phase 1 will not activate the glitch and will skip phase 2 instead, so you have to get it beforehand. Finally, I just wanted to show you that the glitch is always possible even with the shortest possible pattern, which you're seeing on screen, assuming you don't get any nothings. There are only 10 possible attack delay patterns which follow a list in order, so there's no possibility of a shorter one. I hope this covers everything. This is one of the easier major tricks to implement in a run, but getting it consistently requires paying attention to multiple things at once. Have fun with the glitch!